Today we are going to start with the animal kingdom. This is the first class. So let's start with from the beginning of the lesson. So animal kingdom. So here classification. Actually, in the lower classes also you have done about the classification, and again the classification has come. So this is a very uh, elaborate chapter of classification. Before you have done in short in the lower classes, now you have to do it very elaborately. So you see that now when we classify something, we have some kind of the basis, some kind of the rules should be there to classify the substances. Just like in the periodic table of Mendeleev also you have done their classification of elements basing on different characters. So here, see in the animal kingdom when you go to biology, so here in animal kingdom, the animals are classified on the basis of some of the characters. So we will analyze today uh, what are the basis of classification of animal kingdom. Okay, because without the basis, suppose you are in a school, and in a school we can classify the students according to their age group, and we can place them in different classes, and also according to their intelligence we can place them in the different classes. And if the number of students are more, we can also divide a single class into subclasses like that. So here in animal kingdom also, or we go to plant kingdom also, there will be whole plants or whole animals. They are classified into different sections, and each sections were subdivided into smaller groups, subgroups like that. So here, uh, without losing the time, we will go to classification, the basis of classification. Okay, now, okay. Yeah. If you have the book, you can open the book, page number 46 of NCRT. Otherwise, if you don't have book, you listen to me, and you focus on the on the board. So in animals, there are differences in structure and form. Then, in spite of differences in structure and form of different animals, there are fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to arrangement of the cells, then the body symmetry, nature of coelom, patterns of digestive, circulatory, or reproductive system. These features are used as the basis of animal classification. Okay, so in spite of the we get different forms of animals we are getting, and these the animals have different structures. Okay, but in spite of differences in structure and form, we have some of the features, some of the characters are very basic, they are very fundamental. And on these fundamental or basic characters are like arrangement of cells, how the cells are arranged in the body of an organism. Then what is the symmetry, how the body symmetry. We'll coming to that now. And nature of coelom is the space inside the body, nature of coelom, and the pattern of digestive system, circulatory system, or reproductive system. Just like sometimes the circulatory system is the closed type, where the blood will flow in the arteries and veins in tubes. And open type, there will be no tube, or there will be no channels or pipes where the blood will flow. Blood will directly flow over the tissues. This is open system of the circulatory system. And similarly, the reproductive system, okay, that we will be coming in detail. And you see, these features are used for the basis of animal classification. So the basis of animal classification, if I can go, if I write here on the board, you can see there, first one will be our, you see, first one will be the level of organization. Okay, first one will be level of of organization. Organization. Okay, second one will be here. Okay, symmetry. Second one is called as the symmetry. S-Y, okay, double M-E-T-R-Y, symmetry. Third one, if you go here, it is the diploblastic and triploblastic organization. Okay, it is, you see, diploblastic and triploblastic. Okay, triploblastic, TRIP. Okay, triploblastic organization. Okay, organization. Then after that, if you go to another one is our okay, triploblastic and triploblastic organization. Then another one will be coelom, 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 presence or absence of coelom. Then we have the segmentation, and we have, you see, then we have the segmentation. Okay, then we have another set of organization that will be presence of the notochord. Okay, notochord. And we have another one, you see, notochord. Okay, then if you go, another one will be the notochord. We take only these six character. We confine only 6 characters, because the other character, if you go to higher classes in BSc and MSc, then you have to do. So here, first one will be level of organization. Okay, second one will be symmetry. Third one will be diploblastic and triploblastic organization. 4 coelom. Number 5 segmentation. 6 will be notochord. So now we have to discuss here one by one on these. Okay, these features we have to discuss on these features one by one. So if you go to your textbook, some of you have textbook, some of you don't have the textbook. There are some of the diagrams which I'll show you later on. So first of all, we'll go to the level of organization. Okay, now you are a student of science, class 11. Some of you maybe have done in the class, in the lower classes. Some of you may not have done. Okay, now here, the level of organization means how the body of an animal will be organized. Okay, now here, some of the basic questions to be discussed here. First thing is that animals are organized into cells. Okay, and similar type of cells combine together to form the tissues, right? And similar type of tissues combine together to form the organs. And these organs will function, similar type of organs will perform the same function, just like the eye, just like hands, just like legs, okay? And just like the lungs, all these similar kidneys, similar type of the organs perform the same type of functions. And we have different kind of organs in the body also, and they will perform their specific functions. Okay, now, so some of the animals, they are made up of only one cell. They are called the unicellular organisms. And some of the animals, they are made up of the many cell. They are the multicellular animals, right? Okay, now here, I just want to ask you, uh, some of the animals, they are made up of single cell, okay, and they are called as see, they are called as the prokaryotes. Prokaryotes, they don't have the nuclear membrane in the nucleus, and the chromosomes and the DNA are inside the cytoplasm. No, you see that whenever we take the eukaryotes, whenever we take the prokaryotes. So prokaryotes, they don't have nuclear membrane in the cytoplasm. What we see that we see the chromosomes are there, and chromosome contain the DNA. Okay, and they don't have the cell organelles. Okay, this kind of cell are called as the prokaryotic cell. It's called as the prokaryotic cell. Okay, now here, uh, what you find that these are found in the bacteria. So prokaryotic cell is the cell of a bacteria or cell of a virus. This is a prokaryotic cell. So now here, they don't have any kind of the cell organ. Similarly, in the eukaryotic cell, like the human being or animal or snake or the toad and frog or the fishes, insects, we the earthworm, we take the cockroach, we take the butterfly. In these animals, these are the multicellular animals, and the cells are in them are called the eukaryotic cell. Okay, cells are called as the eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell. So here, in these eukaryotic cell, the chromosome are inside the nucleus. Nucleus of the chromosome, and it has got also this will be chromosome, and it has got the nuclear membrane. Okay, this has got nuclear membrane, and all the cell organelles like the mitochondria, like the Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, all are found in the cytoplasm. Okay. Awesome. Now my question is that here, I'll ask you students, suppose protozoa, this it has got this cellular organization. Protozoa is made up of single cell, and it is a complete animal because it shows all the living character like respiration, digestion, excretion, all kinds of the metabolism. It shows single cell. Protozoa is made of single cell. Similarly, now I want to ask you that it is a single cell animal. So since it is single cell animal, I want to ask you whether it is eukaryotic or it is a prokaryotic animal. Students, can you reply me? Whether the protozoa, what you call it, you can call it eukaryotic or you can call it as a prokaryotic. Which kind of the animal it is? Please reply. Any student, you can reply me whether the protozoa is eukaryotic or it is a prokaryotic animal. Though it is made of a single cell, but still you can reply me whether it is a prokaryotic or eukaryotic animal. Can anybody reply me? Yes? Hello? Hello? Yes, yes. Prokaryotic? No, no, it is eukaryotic because in the prokaryotic, I told you that there will be no cell organelle. Okay. Just you go to one difference in the there will no cell organelle like mitochondria or Golgi apparatus or the nucleus is with the nuclear membrane. All these are not there. But in the protozoa, if you look at the cell structure, it has all the cell organelle inside, and that's why it is a complete animal. It is a complete animal, and it is called a eukaryotic cell, right? Eukaryotic cell. Okay. So similarly, because it can survive, no, it can protozoa can survive and it can perform all kind of living activities, and it has all kind of cell organelle inside it. That's why it is eukaryotic cell. Okay, it is complete animal. Okay, now suppose we take an animal. Suppose we take a butterfly, and we remove one of the cell of the butterfly outside. Okay, so whether that cell can survive. If that cell can survive, then it is a complete animal. But if you take out any cell outside the body of an organism, it will not survive inside the environment. So that's why it cannot consider as a prokaryotic cell. Anyway, so now we'll be returning to level of organism. So some of the organism, they are made up of the single cell only, and some of them they are made up of the loose cells. Some of the organisms cells are arranged in a loose pattern. Cells are aggregated in a loose pattern. And this is called, this kind of arrangement of the cell in a loose pattern or in a loose aggregate, okay, it's called as the cellular level of organization. So here, level of organization, we can go as a cellular level. First, we can go to, okay, we can go to, let's go to number one. First of all, let's go to number one. That is level of organization. So we have here, if you go here, we have the cellular level, okay? Cellular level of organization. So here, what happened there? The cells are loosely, cells are loosely arranged or aggregated. Example, we can go to the sponges. In the sponges, you will find the sponges here. Inside the sponges, you see that like this. Cells are, these are, you see, loosely arranged. Okay, cells are loosely arranged in the sponge. If you get a sponge here, okay, these cells are very loosely arranged. They are loosely packed here. Okay, this is called as our cellular level of organization, right? Okay. So then we have, okay. So now these cells, there is a division of labor in these cells. These cells, some of the cells perform their specific functions. So the division of labor among the cells or division of the functions of the cell has started in the sponges, but the cells are very loosely arranged. There is aggregate of the cell mass, and this is called at the cellular level of organization. Okay, then we go to, okay, now after that, some of the okay, some of the cells perform the same functions. In some of the animals, some of the cell will perform the same functions, and this is called at the tissue level of organization. Okay, this is called a cellular level. Then we have the tissue level of organization. Okay, we have the tissue level of organization where cells will perform the same functions. Okay, this is called the tissue level of organization. Okay, then if we go to still higher level, that is called as our, we go to higher level, that's called the organ level of organization. Organ level of organization where cells will collectively form the organs, and this is called as organ level of organization, and these organs have the specific functions. Okay, now organ level of organization. For example, we go to the animal like the annelida or the earthworm, then arthropoda, insects, then mollusca, our snails, then echinodermata, starfish, and chordata. We are chordata. There is an organ level of organization, and organ level organs have associated to perform the functions, different functions. That's why organs have associated to form the functional system, and each system is concerned with a specific physiological function. So in the organ level of organization, we can say that the organs have associated to perform the specific physiological functions. Just like you can say the digestive system will perform the physiological function of digestion. Similarly, the respiratory system, the respiratory organ like the lungs, the trachea, the nose, the whole respiratory system will perform the respiration. Similarly, the kidney will perform the function of filtration. So all these, so this kind of pattern is called at the organ level of organization. Okay, organ system is different. Now we can say the organ system in different group of the animal exhibit the various pattern of complexity. For example, we go digestive system of the platyhelminths. Platyhelminths means suppose we go to flatworm. Flatworm is a parasite or liver flea, which is a parasite. So their digestive system has only a single opening to the outside of the body, and that will perform the function of the both mouth and anus. Suppose we take a liver flick. No, this is a liver flick. Suppose here, this is a liver flick. Okay, so here, this is our liver flick, and here this will come under the group of the animal called as platyhelminthes, and here there will be only one opening is there. Opening will be only one, and this opening will perform the function of the mouth also and function of the anus also. So um, there is a pattern of complexity in the platyhelminths. We can say that. Okay, it's called as a liver flick. Okay, similarly, uh, okay, this kind of the digestive system is called as the incomplete digestive system, where there are no anus, and the aperture, only one aperture that act as a both in mouth and anus, so the incomplete digestive system. If any organ of the digestive system is missing or we cannot differentiate, then this kind of digestive system is called as the incomplete digestive system. This question has come in the NEET exam also, incomplete digestive system. Okay, then a complete digestive system has the two openings, right? It has got the mouth also and anus also. And similarly, circulatory system may be also of two types. I told you last time, circulatory system will be closed type and open type. So here, if we go to circulatory system, okay, now if we go to the circulatory system. Circulatory system also under the level of organization, this is of the two types. One is called as open type, and another is called as the closed type. Another is called as the closed type, open type and closed type. Okay, open type and closed type. Okay, open type. Suppose we take this is the heart. Okay, this is the heart. So the blood is pumped out. Suppose we can say this is the structure is this is the heart. So the blood is pumped out of the heart. And this will directly flow over the cells. Directly flow over the cells and the tissues. Okay, this is the tissues. This whole combination is called as the tissue, and single one is called as the cell. So in open circulatory system, the blood from the heart will flow directly over the tissues or over the cells. Okay, this will flow directly over the tissues or over the cell. This is called as the open type of circulatory system. Similarly, we have the closed type of circulatory system where the blood is circulated from the heart, okay, through the series of the vessel. It will flow in the arteries, it will flow in the capillaries, okay, capillaries. Then from capillaries, it will flow into the veins, and from the veins, it will enter into the heart, okay, like this, okay. This is called as our closed type of the circulatory system. In closed type, we find that the blood will flow from the heart into through a series of the vessel, and These vessels have the different diameters. Arteries have different diameter, capillaries have different diameter, veins have different diameter. Arteries and veins, they are slightly wider, and the capillaries are the minute or the thin blood vessels which are one cell thin, so that the there will be the cell membrane is semi-permeable. They will allow the flow of the blood. Okay, so this is called as the closed type of circulatory system. Right. Okay. And
So,
after the level of
sir,
organization,
this is
yes,
so
yes.
the blood flowing in both of the types, the blood is of the same kind only or different.
Please repeat. Please repeat. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
So
One minute. Huh?
the blood flowing in both of the types is different or not?
Just 1 minute. Huh? Okay. Yes. Now repeat. Okay. Yes.
So the blood flowing in both the types are different or the
Yeah.
same
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Both the type are different. You see, in case of the open type, no blood will flow from the heart over the tissues and cells. There will be no backward flow of the heart of the blood again into the heart in the open type. Okay,
So
and
the
in
blood
closed
flowing in
type,
open type. So the blood
yeah,
open in open. So the blood flow in open type is oxygenated.
yeah. Oxygen in both cases oxygenated. You see that in open type, blood will flow, oxygenated blood will flow over the cells and the tissues, and oxygen will be absorbed by the cells and tissues, and there will be no backflow of blood again into the heart. Okay, in the open type. And in closed type again, oxygenated blood will flow into the artery. Okay, and from the artery, oxygenated blood will go to the capillaries, and from
Oxygen-rich blood flows from the lungs back into the left atrium or the left upper chamber of the heart through 4 pulmonary veins. Oxygen-rich blood then flows through the mitral valve into the left ventricle or the left lower chamber.
hello, hello. This is this is if you study the circulatory system in human being, then you can we can study in detail. That is, heart has got the fourth chamber, two arteries, two two ventricle and the two auricles. Okay, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Then we have the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, systemic aorta. That we will go in detail. But here they are doing the uh, preliminary way. In a simple way, they want to discuss, because this is a this this will two line, a closed type and open type. They will ask you to differentiate into closed type and open type of circulatory system. Here we don't go to detail. Okay, suppose if we have to go to detail when we study the physiology of circulation. This is another chapter. Okay, so here in closed type, you have to remember that the oxygenated blood will flow from heart to the arteries, from arteries go to the capillaries, from capillaries the deoxygenated blood will flow through the veins into the heart for purification. Okay, that if we discuss, it will be very long, so we don't want to discuss it here. And here we just want to discuss open type and closed type of circulation. What is the definition? That much. Okay. Hello. Hello, student. Hello. Ah.
Yes, sir.
So we don't discuss the long one. Okay, we don't discuss the long one, because long one, when we go to the chapter of the physiology of circulation, then we will discuss. Here, simple thing. Okay. Then after that, we go to the symmetry. Right? We go to the symmetry. Okay. Okay. Second part is we go to the symmetry. Symmetry. Okay. So here, I think symmetry is the plan. Symmetry is the plan through which we can divide an animal body. Okay. We, we can cut the animal body through the different plan, and we can see that whether these plans, separated plans, have are equal in all respect or not. This is called as the symmetry. So here in the book also, if we look at the figure here, they have the radial symmetry is here. Okay, here they have given the bilateral symmetry. Okay, so we will discuss here radial, bilateral, and also asymmetrical. So now you see that when okay, when you divide the animal through the center, or uh, through the center, when we want to divide an animal through the center, then what we see that if the animal, we cannot divide the animal into two equal halves. So by dividing from the center also, we cannot get the two equal halves of an animal. So this kind of symmetry is called as the asymmetry, or this kind of animals have the asymmetrical body plan. Asymmetrical body plan is the body plan where an animal cannot be divided into two equal halves even if we divide the animal from the central part. Just like in the sponges. Sponges have got the asymmetrical body plan because we cannot divide them into equal halves. If you make a cut through the center part of the animal, okay, then symmetrical animal have the two types of divisions. So symmetry will be, number one will be asymmetry. Okay, it's called as the animals are called asymmetrical. Okay, uh, and animals are also symmetrical. So here, asymmetrical body cannot be divided. Okay, cannot be divided into two equal halves. Okay, just like the example we can say the sponges. If we divide the sponges from any plant, we cannot divide them into equal halves. Okay, symmetrical plan is of two types. So one is called as our radial symmetry. One is called as our radial symmetry. Okay, radial symmetry, and other is called as, it is subdivided into radial symmetry and also into the bilateral symmetry. Bilateral, okay, bilateral. Bilateral means in the science, you see, lateral means the side. Lateral means the side and radial means the radius. Okay, so radial symmetry. Radial symmetry, when any plant passing through the central axis of the body divides the animal into two identical halves, it is called as a radial symmetry. If you take any plant, if you pass the plant through the central axis and it divides the body into two identical halves, suppose you pass from the center, any plant you cut from the center, you should go through the center, then we can divide the animal into equal halves, and this is called as our radial symmetry. Okay, this is called as our radial symmetry. Okay, as for example, in case of the starfish, we can get the radial symmetry. So this is a starfish. Okay, this is a starfish, and if you cut it from the center, we can get the radial symmetry. And then we have the bilaterally symmetrical animal. So radial symmetry, we have the three classes of the animals are there: Solentrata, Ctenophora, and Echinodermata. So here we can go to Solentrata, then Echinodermata, and also Ctenophora. This has come in the exam also, NEET exam also. They have given the example of the Solentrata. Okay, they have asked their right name of the class of animal which have the radial symmetry. One of the option was the Solentrata. So Solentrata is the correct answer because it will show the radial symmetry. Okay, Solentrata, just like we go to the Hydra is a Solentrata, Echinodermata, starfish, etc. Now here we go to bilateral symmetry. So in the bilateral symmetry, what we find that lateral means the side and the bi means two. if you divide the animal into from the center into two equal halves, okay, then it is called the bilateral symmetry. So where the body can be divided into similar or identical left and the right halves in one plan, okay, it is called the bilateral symmetry. So animals just like the annelida, or we can say the annelida, we can say the earthworm or arthropoda, we can take any insects just like butterfly and all. We can divide the animal into two identical left and the right half if you cut the animal from the center. And these two halves have exactly the same kind of organ system. So it is called as the bilateral symmetry. Okay, it's called as a bilateral symmetry. Okay, now, so now after that we go to the diploblastic and triploblastic organization. Okay, so okay, diploblastic and triploblastic. Okay, now here we will start with that. Okay, diploblastic and triploblastic organization. Okay. So here we go to diploblastic, okay, and triploblastic organization. Okay, now uh, in the embryonic stage, if you go to the embryonic stage, in the embryonic stage, the body of an animal, in the embryonic stage, if you go, then the body of the animal are divided into different layers. If the body will be divided into two layers, if the embryo will be divided, there will be two layers that is called as the ectoderm and endoderm. Okay, it will be divided into ectoderm and endoderm. Suppose we can say this is the ectoderm, and here inside you will see this is the endoderm. Okay, this layer will be endoderm, this layer will be ectoderm. So this kind of the organization of the two layers in the embryonic stage. This is in the embryonic stage. This is called as the diploblastic organization. It's called as the diploblastic. Okay, diploblastic organization. So if the embryo of an animal has got one external layer ectoderm and internal layer endoderm, then it is called as the diploblastic animal. Um, and it is found basically in the Solentrata. Solentrata are diploblastic animals. Okay, and in between ectoderm and endoderm, there is an undifferentiated mass is present. This is called as or mesoglia. Here, we get an undifferentiated mass. This undifferentiated mass is called as our mesoglia. This is called as mesoglia. Okay, undifferentiated mass is there. This is called as mesoglia. This is found in between ectoderm and endoderm. Then we have the triploblastic organization. So, if the embryo has got the three germinal layer, we can say that if it has got the if it has got the ectoderm, endoderm, and in between it has got also mesoderm. Okay, this is ectoderm, okay, and this is the mesoderm, and this is the endoderm, and here our mesoglia. Okay, these are the mesoglia. This is called as the mesoglia. So this kind of organized, if there will be three layer, ectoderm, endoderm, and in the middle, if there is a mesoderm, then this is called as the this is called as the triploblastic triploblastic level of organization in the embryonic stage. And the animals having three layers are called as the triploblastic animals. And the animals having the two-layer ectoderm and endoderm are called as, these are called as the diploblastic animals. When you classify, when you write the character of the animal, we have to write this, whether the animal is diploblastic or animal is triploblastic, and whether they have cellular level of organization or the tissue level of organization or the organ level of organization. Heart will be closed type or open type. Digestive system is incomplete or complete. All these characters we have to mention when you describe one class of animal. Remember that. That's why these these you can say the basis of classification is very important. Once you will not understand the basis of classification, you cannot write the classification. You cannot even write the character of the animals. Okay, so student, please, I request you to be, you have to understand the basis of classification. Okay, please. So after that, we go to our coelom part. Coelom part will go to, okay. Okay. Next one, we go to the coelom. Okay. So now we'll start with the coelom. Okay, coelom is a space. Coelom is a space inside the body. Inside the body of an animal where all organs are placed. All organs are placed. This space or the cavity is called as the coelom. Okay. So here, presence or absence of the cavity. This is called coelom or the cavity. And suppose take the example of a fish. Suppose I am taking the example of a fish here. This is the example of a fish. Okay. So this is the example of a fish here. Okay. Right? Space here. Okay. Now what happens if you cut the animal? Inside we get the, this is the mouth we get, and we get here the digestive system. Okay. Digestive system we get. Okay, we get all other organ systems. So inside we get one space is there. Inside we get a space. This is a space here. In this space we find all the organ system is there. This is space. If you remove all these organ system, you find a space inside it. And this space inside it is called the coelom. It's called coelom. This is found in human being also. This is found in all animals. The space is there. This space is called a coelom. If you cut this, make a cut here, okay, you get the structure like this. You get a structure like this. You make a cut here, you get a structure like this. And short, I'm saying, okay, this, okay, get a structure like this, and this structure here, this one, this is space. This space is called as the coelom. This space is called as the coelom, where all the organ system are kept. Okay, and sometimes we find that okay, this is our ectoderm. Okay, this is our ectoderm. Okay, ectoderm. This is our endoderm. Endoderm. Between ectoderm and endoderm. Okay, between ectoderm and our endoderm. And here we can say this will be the mesoderm. This will be mesoderm. So here, in between all these, there is a space. This is space. This space is called as the coelom. Okay. And sometimes there will be pouches here between ectoderm and endoderm. There we get the pouches here. Suppose this we get. Okay, here also we get. Okay. Then here also we get. So here in this space, You get small, small, you see, see, pouches are there. This kind of small pouches is there, suppose, in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Then this is called as, this kind of coelom is called as pseudocoelom or the false coelom. This is called as pseudocoelom, or we can say the false coelom. False coelom, okay, false coelom. And some of the animals, they do not have the coelom. They are called as acoelomate animal, where the body coelom will be of the three types. Now we can say that. Number one will be our coelomate animals. Coelom is present, animals are called as coelomate. If this coelom is absent, they are called as the acoelomate. And if they have the false coelom, then this kind of animals are called as the pseudocoelomate. They are called as what? Pseudocoelomate. They are called as this pseudocoelomate animals. So in this way, coelom is divided into three types. Okay. So the body cavity or coelom, which is lined by mesoderm, is called as the coelom. This is lined after mesoderm. This is called as the coelom. And animals possessing coelom are called as the coelomate. Example, Annelida, or the earthworm, then the mollusca, arthropoda, echinodermata, hemichordata, and the chordata. All are the coelomate. And chordata, we are the chordata. And hemichordata are another class of the chordata found in water. The echinodermata are starfish. Arthropoda are insects and all. Mollusca are the snails, and Annelida are the earthworms. So all they have the body cavity. They are called the coelomate animals. And in some animals, you see the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. There will be no mesoderm. There no body cavity after mesoderm, and instead mesoderm is present as a scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and endoderm. This is our ectoderm, and this is our endoderm. In between, we find there are scattered pouches are there. These are the scattered pouches. Scattered pouches are present, and this kind of coelom is called as the pseudocoelom, and the animals are called as the pseudocoelomate, and they are found in the Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes means the roundworm, which is a kind of parasite in helminths, and Aschelminthes is kind of the parasite which is found in the children and the adult, also human being. We get the roundworm in the intestine, and similarly the nematodes are the worms which are found in the vegetables. These are the parasitic Aschelminthes, and they do not have the coelom, they have the pseudocoelom. Okay. Then then we go to the next one, acoelomate animals. The animals where the body cavity or coelom is absent. These are called as acoelomate animals. They don't have the body cavity, or so here these kind of animals are called as acoelomate animals. Example, we can say the platyhelminths or the flatworm. Just now we have done a liver flake or the flatworm. So here, if you look at the structure of this, we find that there will be ectoderm. Okay, there will be mesoglia. There will be endoderm. This is our endoderm. Okay, this is our mesoderm. Okay, this is our ectoderm. We don't get the coelom, and this is called as these are called as acoelomate. Acoelomate, example, we can go in the platyhelminths. Okay, in the platyhelminths, we get the acoelomate type of the body cavity. Okay, and after that, we go to next character is the segmentation. Okay, the next character, we go to We go to the segmentation. Okay, next character, we go to segmentation. Okay, now here in segmentation, in some of the animals, just like we take the earthworm. In the earthworm, you see the body is divided into externally and internally both into the compartments. Okay, you see these compartments are called as the segments. Segments are external. These are what? External. You see, in case of the earthworm, we will find that. In case of the earthworm, we get a division like this. So this is external and internal. External and internal partition. Partition of the body. Okay, this is called as the segmentation. Segmentation. Okay, so sometimes there is a repetition of the organs in the same segment. So there is a repetition of organs are there. Repetition of organs are there in the same. This is one segment, and we go to the other segment. So here you see organs are same. Organs are repeated, and this is the segment. Okay, this is the segments. So in some animal, the body is externally and internally divided into the segment. Externally also, internally also. Not only outside, inside also same. Divided into segments with a serial repetition of at least some organs. For example, in the earthworm, the body shows the pattern called as the metameric segmentation. These are called as the metameric segmentation. Metameric segmentation. Segmentation, and the phenomenon is called as metamerism. Metamerism. Metamerism is a phenomenon where the animal body will show metameric segmentation, means there is a pattern, there is a definite pattern of division of the body into different compartments. And this kind of division of the body into specific compartments is called as metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is called as the metamerism. Okay, so next one we go to the notochord. Okay, last part, we go to the notochord. Okay. Last part, we go to the notochord. So here, suppose if there is an animal, inside an animal there is a rod-like structure. Rod-like structure above the nerve cord. This is our nerve cord. Nerve cord. And this structure, rod-like structure, is called as the notochord. Notochord. Okay, this is a rod-like structure above the nerve cord. So notochord is found in, this is obtained from the mesoderm part. Suppose this is a ectoderm, and this is our mesoderm. Ectoderm, this is mesoderm, and this is endoderm. So here, this part will change into the notochord. This part will change into what? This part will change into the notochord. Okay, right? Will change into notochord. Mesoderm will change into the notochord. Okay. Now, animals, this will found. Notochord are seen only during the embryonic development. They are not found in the adult stage. They are found during the embryonic development. And the animals with the notochord are called as the chordates. And those which do not form the notochord are called as the non-chordates. Example of Porifera to Echinodermata. They are the non-chordate animals. And we human beings, the toad and frog, the fishes, the bird, the reptiles, the mammals, these are called as the chordate animal. because they have the notochord present in the embryonic stage. And those animals which do not have the notochord in the embryonic stage are called as the non-chordate animals, right? So here, uh, next we go to the book now, page number 49. You have to remember this, please. If you don't remember, it is difficult for you. So I want to show you the page number 49 here. So the kingdom, animal kingdom, is the level of organization. Okay, first of all, we go to the, okay, we go to the level of organization here. Level of organization, symmetry will be mostly asymmetrical. If we go to the cellular level of organization, symmetry will be asymmetrical animal, and body cavity or coelom is absent, acoelomate, and the phylum which are acoelomate, asymmetrical cellular level of organization are the poriferans, just like the sponges. And secondly, tissue, organ, and also organ system of organization. We have got the two types of the symmetry here. Level of organization will tissue, organ, and organ system level of organization. This will have the two types of symmetry, radial and the bilateral. Radial symmetry, and these kind of animals are acoelomate. Example, Solentrata and the Ctenophora. And bilaterally symmetrical animals, they have without body cavity. They are the platyhelminths. Okay, now question is there, why they have without the body cavity? Those animals which do not have the coelom, all of them are parasites because they don't require to prepare the food. That's why they don't have the digestive system and all. They absorb the ready-made food drawn from their host in which they are living. So the platyhelminths, these are the liver fluid or the flatworm. They live inside the body of another animal. They are the parasites, so they don't require coelom. They don't require the organ system. And if no organ system, then there will be no coelom because no need of have the body cavity where organ system are kept. The third one, the second one with the false coelom, they are called pseudocoelomate in the aschelminths, just like I told you, the roundworm and nematodes. And then we have with the true coelom or the coelomate, and these are found in the Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Annelida, like earthworm, arthropods, insects, mollusca, snails, Echinodermata, starfish, Hemichordata are these are actually the well-known glossars of the sea chordate, hemichordate, and the chordata, we are the chordata. So up till here we do today, and we complete the class today. Thank you very much, students. So any question, you can ask me any question if you like to have, or should I'll ask you
No, sir.
in the next class.